This is Radio Taiwan International.
Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Tristan Hildebrand coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with the look at today's top stories for Monday, November 3rd. United States President Donald Trump explains why Taiwan was not brought up during a meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. An investigation points to food waste as the most likely source of contamination, contributing to the African swine fever outbreak in Taiwan. And President Lai Ching-te meets with North Carolina Governor Josh Stein in Taipei. But first, today's top story. Taiwan was not discussed in United States President Donald Trump's meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping late last week, according to Trump. The president discussed the meeting in an interview with U.S. news outlet CBS, explaining that China didn't broach the topic because they know the consequences, without giving further details. On October 30th, President Trump met with President Xi in Busan, South Korea, to discuss the ongoing trade war, after which the U.S. announced a one-year trade truce with Beijing. Trump appeared on 60 Minutes this Sunday, November 22nd, clarifying that Taiwan never came up during the meeting, saying he never brought it up. People were a little surprised at that. When pressed by the host over a U.S. response in the case of a Chinese military action in Taiwan, Trump insisted that it would not happen because China would be reluctant to take action during Trump's presidency. He said, "Xi has openly said, and his people have openly said at meetings, we would never do anything while President Trump is president, because they know the consequences." Trump declined to expand past this, simply saying, "I can't give away all my secrets," when pressed further. The Taiwan issue, as it's been referred to, was raised more frequently during Trump's most recent trip than in previous presidential visits. However, Taiwanese experts seem to agree that not entering into the discussion during U.S.-China negotiations is a good thing. Trump's continued responses on the Taiwan issue seem consistent with his pre-meeting rhetoric when he responded to reporters from Reuters that it would be dangerous for China to take action against Taiwan, saying, "I hope China won't. I think it would be very dangerous for them to do." An update report was released Monday, pointing to food waste being the most likely source of contamination, contributing to Taiwan's first case of African swine fever, ASF. According to the investigation team, the possibility of personnel carrying the virus into the farm, as well as introduction via the import of new pigs, was ruled out. They concluded that the farm's failure to properly cook food waste used to feed the livestock was the primary factor leading to the outbreak. Taichung Mayor Lu Xiuyan assured that the city has also expanded testing, sampling not only at the pig owner's home, but also at 2 ditches around the property, with all results negative. Lu said the road outside the pig farm gate has been closed and urged the public to stay away from the site. She noted that if everyone continues to maintain the results of the third phase, the lockdown should be lifted soon. Deputy Agriculture Minister Du Wen-zhen stated in a Sunday press conference that, as of now, the only confirmed case nationwide is at the Taichung farm, with no sign of spread. She expressed hope that this achievement could be maintained, but stressed that the next 6 days are crucial. Du also detailed that monitoring of chemical treatment vehicles and water trucks will be strengthened, and food waste will be prohibited from use as pig feed for the foreseeable future. President Lai Ching-te met with North Carolina Governor Josh Stein and his delegation in Taipei on Friday, calling for stronger Taiwan-U.S. cooperation in biotechnology, electric vehicles, and artificial intelligence. Lai thanked Stein for visiting Taiwan in his first year as governor and noted it was the first visit to Taiwan by a North Carolina governor in 25 years. He underscored how the state's strong research and industrial sectors closely align with Taiwan's strengths in technology and manufacturing. Lai said,
"I believe that as long as Taiwan and North Carolina join forces and deepen cooperation in areas such as biotechnology, electric vehicles, and artificial intelligence, it will certainly make significant contributions to Taiwan-U.S. economic exchanges and to the well-being of humanity."
Stein said Taiwan and North Carolina have highly complementary economies, with several Taiwanese companies already operating in North Carolina and more planning to invest. The governor emphasized that the state's greatest asset is its talent, explaining that universities and community colleges train professionals in key industries, including IT, semiconductors, AI, aerospace, and automotive manufacturing. Foreign Minister Lin Jialong also met with Stein's delegation on Friday. In a social media post, Lin said the two sides are well positioned to collaborate through events such as the U.S.-Taiwan Economic Prosperity Partnership Dialogue, underscoring the commitment of the like-minded partners to continue expanding trade and investment ties. He noted that North Carolina opened a representative office in Taipei in 2023 and described it as a vital partner linking Taiwan to U.S. innovation and markets. To promote the development of domestically produced fruits in the Japanese market, Taiwan's Agriculture Ministry is exporting large quantities of Taiwanese bananas to Japan for school lunch programs. This Sunday, the ministry held a press conference regarding the project, which began 6 years ago. In July 2019, Kasama City signed an MOU to strengthen cooperation in food and cultural exchange with Taiwan. Ibaraki Prefecture has continued purchasing Taiwanese fruits since, steadily increasing the number of school children eating Taiwan's bananas from 10,000 to 68,000. Agriculture Deputy Minister Hu Zhongyi noted that Taiwan has over 30 types of fruit that can be sold worldwide, 11 of which are already exported to Japan. Hu says Taiwanese bananas win over consumers with their quality, commanding higher prices in Japan than their competitors. Banana Strategic Alliance convener Chiu Zhu-ying explained that a bunch of 3 Taiwanese bananas is sold for around 398 yen, or $2.59, while those from the Philippines and Cambodia are sold for 208 yen, or $1.35, and 108 yen, just 70 cents, respectively. Hu lamented that while older generations appreciate the quality of Taiwan's bananas, young people tend to choose cheaper ones. He explained that the ministry's cooperation and exchange with Kasama therefore allows young Japanese people to discover Taiwanese bananas' sweetness and great taste. Hu said,
"The best tasting bananas in the world are from Taiwan. It's not just about the great taste. We now have production and sales traceability. As you can see, the production and sales traceability system uses QR codes to show who produced them, where they were produced, and how they were produced. It has also been verified by a certified company, so they are safe, reliable, traceable, and the best in the world."
Chiu stressed the importance of bananas to Taiwan, noting that Taiwanese bananas held 80% of the Japanese market share during the golden age of exports. She added that banana cultivation areas have gradually decreased to 15,000 hectares, producing around 320 metric tons annually, but that their unique flavor and superior quality, coupled with the nostalgia Japanese people have for the Taiwanese produce, allow them to maintain a place in the Japanese market. The 2025 Penghu Cross Sea Marathon kicked off on Sunday, attracting over 3,000 runners from home and abroad. But are the entrants there for the race or the famously lavish seafood feast that follows?
Enormous mountains of lobster, crab, shrimp, and even abalone awaits the 2025 Penghu Cross Sea Marathon participants, an event and feast combination that has attracted over 3,000 runners from home and abroad. The race is the world's first island-hopping route, never doubles back on itself, is certified by the World Athletics and the Long Distance Run Association AIMS, and offers beautiful sea views. One runner said she quickly ran to eat lobster, otherwise it would be too late. Another praised the food, shouting that the all-you-can-eat seafood feast is so delicious. A third said he won't dare come next year because he is too scared that he won't be able to finish the race after eating so much. 10 stations offered over 120 dishes, though medical experts remind runners to pay attention to their physical condition and consider the freshness of the seafood and its potential impacts on their digestive system. Nutritionist Belle Yuan spoke about the event, stating that while seafood is a good source of high-quality protein, it's not the best choice for direct supplementation during exercise. The Penghu Cross Sea Marathon enhances Taiwan's international reputation as a foodie's paradise. Unfortunately, this year's event is over, but runners interested in participating in 2026 have plenty of time to crab an official spot in both the race and the feast. Michelle Chang for RTI News.
Thank you for joining me for the news. I'm Tristan Hildebrand. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.